Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne. Thank you once again for tuning in. And we'll be channeling for you today. And Baby Raw wants a little milk. Wants his bottle. They don't call it milk, they just call it formula, right? Because it's not like milk.
Who knows where it's made? I don't know.
China.
Made in China.
No.
Okay.
I hope not.
Awesome. Alright guys, here we go. Thanks again. God, big energy today, I don't know. Okay, let's go. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you a good day. Big energy, most certainly. Sylvester's hanging about. Has a message. Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Thanks. You know, Roxy's been going through some really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. You know, we've said this before, that we're here to teach you about yourself. We're not gonna, you know, we'll give some hints of predictions and stuff like that, but there's so many probabilities in that. It's a train wreck to even try to predict what's happening. You know, we know that your elections in 2016 is going to be an upheaval and that kind of idea. Nothing scary, but it's going to be a shift. Yes, we understand that, but there's no specifics, and the timelines are always variable. Let me tell you what affects the timeline. You. Each individual, whether they know it or not, is an energy source. That energy source, when no interference is run on it by your perceiving mind of, let's say, limitation, it feeds everybody. You gotta get that, listen to that. If I just was still in a fractal idea, in human limitation, and had no aspirations or no intentions of figuring out the future and what's going on, or just being, what is it? Oh, you did it. Stillness. Just being still. How much you feed the energy of other people on your earth, you cannot fathom. So, that's how much each individual affects. The timelines being affected are constantly changed by each individual following their joy. You can have your ascension happen in 100 years or 500 years, okay? And we're talking about the collective ascension. You know, humanity choosing to go up. Could even be 1,000 years. You got, real quick, you guys want to stay here after you become a collective whole awake. You're not going to ready to move on, because then you get to play in a whole new playground of being teleporters, telekinesis, 3D human beings. You're not going to skip out on that and miss it. You're going to develop new understandings of what it is to be an awake human as a collective one. Some epic stuff you guys are bringing to the table. But we have to get to the awakening idea first. How we shift timelines is each individual person follow their joy. And we dive deep into each individual. We represent limitations. You are your own authority, and a lot of you understand that. But immediacy of giving up your authority to others in its triggering reactive way is still perpetuating. And noticing that more and more, you start taking back 1 ounce of your authority, shifts the entire collective immediately. And then it has this rippling effect that you can sense of how the timeline shifts on when everything's going to occur. There's next couple years, yes, they're pretty set in stone. Very, very little variability on that. So yeah, we understand that. But different stuff. First contact we're talking about. But see, if this becomes your focus and then you're not still, and when you're focused on that and you're trying to guess or predict and using all that pull from the past experience to formulate an idea of future for comfort or knowing or whatever your motivation is to do that, takes the timeline and slows it down. Slows it down. You got it. You're here to ascend you once again. Hey baby, how are you? Oh yeah? Yeah. Nice bird. So you're here to ascend you. And we speak of this a lot because we really want you to cry. To cry at the beauty of your own authority. At the beauty of your own knowing that you exist. That you were chosen to exist. You are existing. Your self-awareness tells you you exist. So that means you cannot be unexisting. Ever. So you're forever, forever, forever. Take that and hold on to it and bring it in and say, yes, I'm alive and not one person, thing, item in all of creation forever has any authority over me. You got to bite onto that, you got to hold on to that, and you got to tell yourself it's okay to be yourself. Because every time anyone is themselves and chooses what they believe is correct for them with no fear of outside judgment, then you will shift this timeline so quickly. One affects it so much because you're acting on that joy and wisdom of yourself, being a free-flowing entity in the playground of humanity and choosing whatever you want to do. And of course, every choice exposes limitation. If there's a limitation in that, that needs to be seen. If not, it's slipstream. It's wonderful. You're just rolling through your nows. But don't roll on the idea of a perceived happiness on what you think you should be doing. I want you to use your discernment and follow your heart. Don't think this is going to... Listen now. Don't think anything is going to bring me happiness. Happiness is now. Happiness leads to happiness, to happiness, to happiness, to happiness. It's not, I need to work to get happy. That's the ego mind of an outcome. A construct using perceivable experiences of the past to formulate a future that would get you to some space-time now that would be awesome. And everything would be solved. Bullshit. You all have tried it. You've gotten to a point of some kind of goal and reached, and then you're empty again. You're wanting. You're wanting. You try to say, okay, that was pretty good, that was okay, but you're not filled. And the moment is filled with no reason to look to the next moment. No reason to regret the past. No reason to do anything except continue to be now because you found this pool of love that you swim in forever. And the limitations take you away from that. But that's why we're here to tell you it's your limitations that cease you from experience the now of love that is eternal. That is frickin' forever. You can't change it. It cannot be manipulated. It can't be over, let's say, manipulated? What else? Overwritten? By anybody but you. What? Do you guys think for 1 second there's someone else over you? If you think that, then that's true. Let's take ultimate reality, guys. Ultimate reality is I believe anything I want to believe. I have that free will choice. No one can force me to believe anything. The Creator himself, God, the collective one, says that you get to view reality as you choose, which is the ultimate reality. There is no one truth. When you know that, then whatever you are choosing is your belief. So if someone says to me that this over here is happening to me, and I believe it, then that becomes my reality. You gotta see that. Okay? Everything served a purpose. Everything served a purpose to get you to wake up. You got to let go of the shit that served you. Because then you keep dragging it. And if you hold on to stuff that says, in a past space time now, this was reality, then it continues reality because that's your belief, and your belief is always created through you, and it will get you the representations in this wonderful mirror that you have to show you that. It's so fucking perfect. It's unbelievable to the mind. You really want something else to be in control. We know that you want something else to be in control. Because if you take your own authority back, it is so grand, so beautiful for you to say, fucking A, I can do it myself, that you don't think you're worthy of it. You don't think you're worthy of your own authority, your own love, your own freeness. So free, so beautiful, so forever that you can, how can I deserve to be this fucking awesome? Is the words that rattle around in your mind when you get that joy in your life. And then the joy says, oh my God, I want this to last forever. And the ego says, it can't because you don't deserve it. It can't. It's too good to be true. That is the limitation you're healing. That is the limitation that you're saying no more to by your ultimate reality. To believe that doesn't have to happen anymore. And even if it comes in continuation, you still don't believe it. You still don't believe it. And you choose your belief. Even that ounce in a moment heals. And that healing vibrates, and that vibration gives back. And then all of a sudden, you guys don't give a flying fuck about fear anymore. All you want to do is love. You have so much abundance on this earth. There's so much food on this earth. What? Yeah, we're going to have even more of abundance of food in the next 10, 15 years. You have everything to share. Give it away. Give it away. Share. Why? Because you can. I can give you this, and you can have this because I love you. But then the mind says, well, if I give it, I'm lacking because I have a possession. And that possession defines me, and look at me, I have something. I'm worthy because I've accomplished, I have a possession, whether it's a house, whether it's food, whether it's an item, and you have it. But it serves you no purpose because it sits in the closet, or it's a ordainment of vanity for you to boast about in a future space-time now because you feel your own lack and you need something to prove to the world that you fucking did something right. So you take that possession and you harbor it and you covet it. And that possession becomes an idea. And that idea bursts its own ego because you're feeding it. It means something. Or you can just say, here, I don't need this anymore. I have no lack. And when you trust that, and when you give, and you give, and you give, not out of obligation, don't bring that shit in here. Don't bring that. Because you want to. Because it's unconditional. And you will always flow to you everything you need to continue your joy, to continue giving. And you flow in this life that is effortless. And all you see is everyone giving, receiving, and being one. That's where you're going. That's what you got to hold on to. That you know that you have no lack in whatever you choose to do. Follow your heart, not your obligation. Don't think you need to be like Mother Teresa and just give your whole life up. That was her paradigm to represent. Now you do it for yourself in the unconditional love that you are. And that's the peace, the love, the vulnerability to the universe. That you can do that. And what you do for a person in that appointment, you call them, that synchronistic moment, when they need something so bad, and they're dying, they're paying, they're deserving, their tendencies are not that of beneficial to their own soul, and they're twisting their inside versions of themselves into this nasty idea of vibration, and they just hate themselves. And here comes your compassion. Don't forget that word. Here comes your compassion. That compassion gives them at that perfect moment. And they melt. They fucking melt for you. and you see the joy, and there's no replacement. There's no monetary, no materialistic, nothing in the 3D reality of limitation that can replace the joy they felt and gave back to you unconditionally in that moment. It is irreplaceable. And that's what you do. That's what you do when you give unconditionally. No expectations, no kudos, nothing. Just give. Don't mean to take all your shit and give it away. Come on, think. In the moment. Don't blanket anything. In the moment. Feel your heart. Follow your joy. And understand you are there as a human collective one. You must, in an idea of ascension, represent that. You represent that you are one. That you have no lack. That the universe is your bosom of grace. And it will always rock you. Always. If you allow it. No fear. You're the authority. With authority of your own isness, with no fear of the outside. How can fear come in? Because the unknown is love. It can't come in anymore because you're not distorting it, because you're on your own authority. You're your own isness. You realize you exist forever. There is no death. There's only a shift of focus. That's it. You see the game in play? Now you, the collective one I'm talking to, can shift you, which shifts them and them and them. And the rapidity of this ascension timeline shifts so quickly because of you. You have predictabilities of 10 years ago on where is it going, and how it's laid out, and what's going to happen in the first wave, and the second wave, and the third wave. Stepping stone! Everything is now, everything changes. Everything changes right now. Change is the only constant. Fourth or fifth law, depends on which one you are on. Timeline you're on. Fourth or fifth law of the universe, the only change is constant. The only constant is change. So if you know that, then whatever's in the past got you to this now. This now. This now is you choosing the now to perceive through the love of yourself. And in that you create a reality world that attracts more of the like-minded vibrations that want to co-create with you, because you're this big bright light in this darkness. And don't worry, you'll know what to do. You just offer. No teachers, no preachers, and no reachers. Just be. Offer. Okay? Okay? You got this. This is a big shift. This year's gonna, oh God, it's gonna rock. There's so much coming in this year. It's just fundamentally beautiful how you all arrived here. Rather, we'll do that. Not because of this and that and this and that, of all the candy that's out and the possibilities to show and prove it to me that this is all fucking real. No. What it is you guys choosing to believe it's real in your heart, following your heart, your own discernment, your own love for yourself. That's what shifted the timeline. Every person, individual singularities, unraveling the limitations of themselves, unveiling the light that they are inside. That's the shit that shifts the timeline. That's the stuff that changes humanity. The individual own limitation. That's why we always say focus on yourself. Follow your joy, your love, and you shine brighter. You do. And that shifts, that offers, and that expands this ascension of humanity. It's fucking beautiful how it works. Spending time in the future is fun. We understand that. You can do that. Entertain yourself. But don't make it your focus, your lifetime, to figure it all out, because you can't figure it all out because your mind can't comprehend how many freaking timelines are going on at the same time. Countless. And we do mean literally countless timelines are all the time moving and collapsing and reappearing and collapsing all over the place according to you. Each individual counts. Don't think for 1 second that no one counts. Nobody. Everybody counts. Everybody counts. Everyone is a collective. One shifts, the entire conscience shifts. So if the ones are focusing on themselves and loving themselves, following their joy and being what they want to be, not giving a flying fuck what the world thinks about them, then that is the meat and potatoes. That is the energy that feeds the love of humanity to raise that vibration of the collective one. Whew. Roxy's tired. Big energy. We know, Rox. I know. You got this now, right? Yeah, okay. So, good stuff, guys. You guys are here now. You get to co-create this moment because of what you've done. You discount that because you're still looking for plausible, tangible ideas of success, of movement. You're expecting an idea of an outcome that should prove to you that something is really happening, and it's fucking inside. It's inside. That's where it tells you you've shifted. Don't look for the materialistic things around you to prove to yourself. No proof is needed anymore. Let go of it. Know that you are shifting. You don't need it. Just keep trusting this love that flows in. Trust that love that flows into you. And that tells you wholeheartedly, listen to that again, wholeheartedly, that this is real. And it's your belief that makes it that. There's no belief that cannot be real. Period. None. Any world, any thought, any imagination is real according to how much energy you're focusing on it. Energy follows awareness, you know this. So whatever you believe is going to be created for you. You believe in your own love, guess what happens? Own love comes. The mirror's perfect. Don't discount that. Good stuff. You guys are so awesome. When your exit plan has arrived and you choose to leave humanity, you're going to cry. You're going to weep with joy to see how beautiful each and every one of you are and the work you've done, and how we all are in admiration, in honor of being part of this game. We say it a lot, we know, but we mean it wholeheartedly. And you guys are so awesome, and when you get to experience how awesome this game is, and where you guys have moved this entire species with zero light. There was no light available, and you brought it into the light. Then you'll understand. Then you'll understand how beautiful you are. What a master you are for choosing humanity. What bravery you have to choose humanity. Roxy said balls. Yeah. Big balls to do this, no doubt. In your terms. Good stuff, guys. Listen to these words. It's about the individual singularity that shifts the whole. You look for something tangible in your reality after your own actions to prove it to you, then you're going to stay within the limitations and tell the mirror, I need to keep looking for proof. I need to keep looking for proof. I need to keep looking for proof. All you have to do is know it, and then knowing comes. And then the mirror represents that knowing. Then you are that beautiful. And it's not physical stuff. It's vibration of knowing, of wisdom that cannot be shaken out of you because it's what you are. Unconditional love, realized in the moment, can never be diminished because it's who you are. It's a knowing that you are creation. Don't forget that. Kashnoko. Hushiniketichuha. The collective whole thanks you. And we're talking about the collective whole, not just humanity. You've got a lot more that's come in the last few nows. You have a lot of help if you need it. Trust that intuition mind. Trust that voice in your head. Follow it. Trust it. No matter what happens, keep trusting. Keep understanding. Follow your heart. Understanding discernment is built in. And you're going to fucking rock this. You're going to rock it. You can't do anything else but that because you believe it. And when you believe it, you perceive it. Absolutely. That's it, right? We're talking to them. They're good. They love it. All right. I'm going to get out of here and bring you all back. It's been... I don't have the words. I conceived the thing I'm honored. I am. Just know in my heart. All you have to do is tune in and feel me. Because it's feeling you. Don't forget that. Alright guys, I love you all. And our eternal thanks that of Sylvester. Most certainly. It has been an honor once again, humanity, to co-create with you. This is Ocyphius. I bid you a good day. Adonai. Very good. Yeah, that was big. You know, you just like, it's like running 5 miles. I'm telling you, it's, wow. Awesome. Love you guys. Talk to you Wednesday.